Democrat must-haves for 2022.
Mr. Pagan.
Hey everybody, Mr. Pagan here, the only honest leftist. Today, we're going over the Democrat must-haves for 2022. Now, a lot of morning shows talk about this, the mom jeans, the turtlenecks, the all-white tennis shoes, that sort of thing. But we Democrats, we have our own must-haves list for 2022, so let's get right into it. So the absolute hottest accessory for the fashionable Democrat this season is, that's right, you guessed it, a gay baby.
The baby is gay. Yeah, this is him. He's gay. I called up my dad and I said, hey, guess what? Your grandson? Gay. Gay, gay, gay. My dad says you can't just say that your baby is gay before he gets a chance to tell us he's gay. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Straight people do it all the time. Little baby boy is born. Oh, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. Little baby girl is born. Oh, you better lock her up when she turns 16. Clearly, people want their children to be straight. Well, my son is gay.
Gay babies are all the rage this year, and if your baby isn't gay, well, I'm sorry for you, I really am. But you know what? Just get them into public school. That's right, public schools now have some great LGBTQ programs that will saturate your child in LGBTQ propaganda, and if you're lucky, well, they might submit to the indoctrination and start questioning their sexuality. And if you're really lucky, they'll go trans. You know what? It's getting a lot more common these days. It really is. And look, if you're worried that your unborn child might come out straight, alternatively, abortions are always fashionable. Now, carried over from 2020 and still going strong, the ever-popular personal pronouns. If you haven't chosen your personal pronouns by now, where have you been? I'm kidding, of course. But seriously though, using they, them, super fashionable right now. And really an elegant balance between being gender non-binary and being totally insane.
Call me they, them, and just call me they, them with the same effort you call a woman she, her, and a man he, him. Just do it. It should be expected at this point. Calling me a woman is discrimination. So if you call me a woman, you're a piece of shit. You are a discriminatory bigot. If you call me non-binary, you're doing the bare minimum. The absolute barest minimum.
Okay, now one of my favorite trends of 2022 is the vegan cat.
I have 2 vegan cats. Magic, who has been vegan 7 years, and Yonki, who has been vegan 2.5. A chicken that may end up in my cat's food is no less significant than my cat's. I can't justify why my cat should live and many hundreds of animals should die in their name over my cat's lifetime.
We at the British Veterinary Association cannot recommend that cats are fed a vegan diet.
And I mean, I say cat, but of course you know a vegan dog, or really any typically carnivorous animal will score you some serious cool points in 2022. Now, keep in mind that a non-vegan cat will live anywhere from 12 to 18 years. It's quite a commitment. But the great thing about a vegan cat, not so much. We're talking like 6 months, year and a half tops. I mean, we only really want them as kittens anyway though, right? Of course, who could forget the must have accessory of 2022 for us Democrats, the Ukrainian flag. Now, some of you might be confused because Ukrainians are white people. Ick, right? Why are we supporting them if they're all white? And you may not know anyone from Ukraine personally, or even know what Ukraine is. For the record, it's a country. But none of that really matters. What matters is that you've got to have a Ukrainian flag posted somewhere on social media. It's like a stand up to cancer type thing. None of us really care, but it's important that everybody thinks that we do. Now this next one might come as a bit of a surprise. You thought the token black friend was a thing of the past? Au contraire, we're going way back to the 1980s for this one. I know, the gay friend certainly took the top spot for quite a while there, but so many Democrats are gay now. or at least non-binary, it kind of stopped making sense. And we considered including the trans friend, but there just aren't that many trans folks out there yet. So yeah, token black friend, back on trend. Of course, this would not be a Democrat must-haves list without the ubiquitous COVID mask. That's right, folks. The trend continues. You might have thought that this one was going to fade out of popularity, but nope, it is still a must-have in 2022. Sure, the CDC recently came out and finally admitted that cloth masks don't really do that much, but do we really want to believe that? And sure, the pandemic is technically over, according to the data, but nobody in the news has reported that yet. So as far as we're concerned, hashtag mask life forever. The truth is that these masks don't just make you feel like you're protecting yourself from COVID, but they also let others know you're a Democrat.
I was on my way to school and I had to pull over because I started panicking. And that's because starting today, my school is allowing people to go indoors without wearing masks or any sort of facial protection. And that terrifies me, and it should terrify you too, because this pandemic is not over. It is so far from over.
Finally, my personal favorite must-have for 2022, the Jen Psaki doll.
Is there a carve-out in CDC regulations for COVID for vice president?
In fact, the vice president wore a mask inside today when she was both with the president, with her staff, other people. She was outside at the event. She was socially distanced for 99.9% of the event today, and she had an emotional moment, which is understandable.
Now, there are several memes going around suggesting that these dolls can magically come to life and murder you. I mean, come on, really? What will those darn conservatives think up next? Hashtag the right can't meme. Okay, now a must-haves list just wouldn't be complete without a short list of what's out for Democrats in 2022. Do not embarrass yourself by making one of these 3 2022 faux pas. Number 1, owning a Tesla. Teslas are so 2021. Ever since Elon Musk made his toxically masculine power move to control Twitter, well, he might just as well have joined the Third Reich. We know that he plans to turn Twitter into a free speech platform, aka a place in which conservatives are free to say whatever they want. Gag me with a spoon. And so naturally, we Democrats have decided to boycott Tesla. I mean, sure, electric is important, but from now on, we're going to have to do it in a Nissan Leaf, okay? No more going green in style. Elon Musk is the enemy. Elon Musk, the one African American that you should not be afraid to hate. Number 2, pussy hats. Pussy hats are these pink knit hats that, if you're an aggressive lesbian, you've probably worn at a woman's march or a slut walk. They're bright pink and they've got these points on the sides like the little ears of a kitty, so we call them pussy hats. Isn't that funny? And they were great for 2021. But here's the thing. The word pussy is now offensive to women without pussies. So yeah, we're not using that term anymore. And also, I should say, many male feminists are called pussies, which these pussy hats are supposed to be empowering, but when a male feminist wears it and then gets called a pussy, and by their own kids too, it's not great. Number 3, Biden-Harris t-shirts and merchandise. These are no longer in this season for obvious reasons. Now, we're not saying that we don't support Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Deep down, we're just not talking about it publicly. All right, that is enough of that. Now, for a quick skip down memory lane, we're going to look at one of the Democrat must-haves 100 years ago today in the year 1922. Much like the COVID masks that we wear today, in 1922, I'm told that these masks were standard. Now, they could be found in the bottom drawer of any good Democrat's dresser. All right, well, that's it for me. And remember, it does not matter if we're factually correct, if we know deep down that we're morally right. Namaste, fam. And if you're really lucky, they'll go trans. Oh, man. Okay. COVID mask. That's right, folks. The trend continues. Sure, the CDC recently came out and finally admitted that cloth masks don't really do that much, but do we really want to believe that? Hashtag mask life forever. Mask life forever. And they've got these points on the sides like the little ears of a kitty, so we call them pussy hats. Isn't that funny? No, it's not funny at all. All right, let's hear.
You know, there's a, during World War II, where Roosevelt came up with a thing that, was totally different than it's called, he called it the World War II, he had the War Production Board.
Everybody knows I like kids better than people.